Hey, thanks so much for being here. Welcome or welcome back. This video, it's going to be something a little bit different. I wanted to take some time and kind of reflect on the planners and notebooks that I have been using throughout 2024. And I thought, why not share the process with you, my brainstorming sort of session with myself, and just kind of like go through the planners and see how I feel about them, and just kind of chat with you about why I use them at some point, why I left them behind at some other point during the year, and what I'm thinking moving forward. So if you're interested, I hope you stick around. So this time around, I'm starting with my desk kind of clean because I wanted to start from the planners that I started at the beginning of the year and kind of progress throughout the year in what I'm using right now. So if you have been here for a little bit, you know that I started this year with my one and only planner, which was my Wonderland 222. I chose that planner because it had everything that I could possibly think of. It had the monthlies, the weeklies, the dailies, and it had so many other setups that could be in my head that were perfect for what I wanted them for. But eventually I decided that it was way too big, and I cut it down and I turned it into ring inserts. So that's how it ended up in here. It's a thicker book, sort of like the Hobonichi weeks, or the Hobonichi cousin actually, but a little bit thicker because it had a little bit more stuff in it. Right now, actually, if you see right here, it kind of looks thick, but truly what I have in here is only the daily pages, and I don't think I have all of them. I decided to use it for my school and for my grad school, and truly what I have here is just class notes, which I don't know that I'm allowed to share those with you guys, but I wanted to show you just like the blank pages, right? So the back portion of the planner is just blank pages, which they're meant to be used sort of like the daily pages, but they're undated. They only have the times on the left, and it's just for you to use randomly as you need them. And while I used a few of them for the beginning of the year, I had so many left that I just decided to use it to give it a new purpose, and I turned it into my school planner. But truly, the planner itself, it has everything. Again, like I said before, it has everything that you can possibly need. I have here, let me see what I can show you. I have the yearly overview. I still have it in here. I left it just to kind of reference, which I truly never do, but still there. It has the yearly overview, sort of like the tracking. I know it has a name, but I started using it as my tracking for school. But truly, again, honestly, I never look back in here because I track everything in my actual planner. Then the quarter planners, which are like this, I still believe this is a good system, especially if you do like content planning and or any other separate planning from your personal. You can have like the monthlies overviews for the quarters, and just have a separate place for it. So I truly like this setup. But again, since it's no longer my personal one and only planner, I don't necessarily look back at it. I wanted to use this for some other stuff like my homeschool or my kid, but I forget that's in here, and just plan everything on my actual daily planner. The tracker as well is truly, again, super helpful. It has a lot of space for you to add your own things that you're tracking, and then it has a blank space for you to add anything else that you want to add. Again, the only thing that threw me off on this is that I think, if I'm not recalling incorrectly, it was set up in a different area. So I wanted to have it like in my monthlies, and it was like on a stack. So you will have the quarter overviews together, and then you'll have your trackers, and then you will get to your monthlies, and then your weeklies, and then your dailies, and stuff like that. So everything was like in stack, which can work. I just prefer it in my monthlies, and there was no way for me to have it in there. Even if I did this and I turned it into rings, since it is back to back, it's kind of like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. So I kept it in here because I wanted to track like the days that I was actually doing my schoolwork and stuff like that. But again, I just never looked back to it. So yeah, again, I just kept my actual daily pages, and I've been using these for my notes for my classes, and it has been working perfectly. I'm not following the page numbers either, so I'm just using as many pages as I need. And if I had to pull from the bag, that's what I do. And yeah, it has been working great. This is so far my note pages for school. I do have some other notes online on Notion and stuff like that, but it's actually my preferred method of taking notes. I love looking back at these, not only for the aesthetic looking look of it, but also because I can kind of customize how I take the notes and how I review, especially if I have to study for tests and things like that. So yeah, it turned into my school notebook, sort of. Yeah, notebook, not planner, because I don't have any planning in here. It's just notebooks. So I have all of my notebooks in here, and even my internship is in here as well. So the monthly itself, I think I tucked it away. I believe I still have it the rest of the month for the year. In the beginning of the year when I was still here, I think I stayed in here for about 2 or 3 months. I still have those because I like to kind of look back into my months and my dailies. I still have that, and I plan on keeping those along with my cousin. But for now, again, it turned into my school planner. And one that I received later on in the year was my Bloom academic planner. This was one of the reviews that I did not too long ago, I guess, from one of the collabs that I got, and it has been working perfectly for my school planning. Again, it's just exactly what it is. It's just for school, and all I do is just come over here and I plan my school calendar, and I just kind of plug in the days that I want to turn in some assignments and when I have meetings and stuff like that. So it has been working perfectly. All you have in here is your monthlies, and you do have your weeklies. Let me see if I can show you a blank one. So this will be January 2025. Since this is a calendar setup, it ends on June 2025. So I still have plenty to go in here. You got your monthly, and then you get to your weeklies that are like this, and then that's pretty much it. So you don't have dailies or anything like that. So it kind of helps me to kind of plan out my month, and I use this to kind of guide me to make sure that I complete my coursework on time. And then I use my dailies in here, or my pages from here, for my actual notes on the class. So this is what I'm using for school. This is for grad school, and it's plenty. I also use, if I have to add additional notes, or when I want to brainstorm but I don't have a place for it, I'll do that on Notion, and it has been working perfectly fine. Now, once I decided to move away from my Wonderland to because it was too big to carry around and all that stuff, I moved into my common planner, and this was a compact version of the TN size, which is sort of like the I guess traveler's notebook kind of original size, which again, it's sort of like, I think it's about the size of the A5, but a little bit thinner. And I love this planner. It was perfect, especially when I was traveling. It was just the perfect size for me to just carry around with me. It did end up getting a little bit too big when I was out and about, and I wanted to get stamps and stuff like that, and especially in the Tokyo stations, because there's not necessarily a lot of space in there. Let me see if I can find one of those pages. So, oh my gosh, I can't find it. Let me see if I can find something really quick. Okay, so here's when I started taking one of those, stopping at the stations and getting the stamps. And at the Travelers Company, this is one of the Travelers Factory Company's stamps, the Travelers Factory Tokyo stamp station. And there's so many other ones that I would love to keep forever. I would have preferred to keep those stamps in a different place, not necessarily with what I was doing that day, because now I have to kind of save these pages. I don't know how to explain that, but anyways, I was carrying this one because I wanted to carry something smaller. So this was the compact version of the common planner, and I love the size. I love the feeling of this notebook. It is sort of like the perfect size because it's not too big as the A5, and it's also not too small as a Hobonichi Weeks. So and then the paper is just divine. This is really a Tomo River paper, so we are all familiar. We should be familiar with it. Not that I was actually until 2 years ago. The space is perfect. You have everything's dated, so you have your weeks on the left and the white page on the right, and you can set it up as ever, however you want, which is what I did truly when I was using it, and it was just perfect. If it was my one and only planner, it was perfect. The only thing that made me move out of this when I got back home, it was the daily pages or the blank pages in the back, because I was really into this and I was using it, and then I realized I only had a few pages left and I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to add another separate book for it, and I just didn't know. So of course I had to restart the whole thing. Also, when I was in Japan, I got my hands on a few planners as well. You already know, and I already said that I knew that was going to happen. I got my hands in on a Hobonichi cousin, and then a Hobonichi weeks, and then another Hobonichi weeks, and then also my 5-year journal. So all of these came with me back from Japan, and I think I actually had more, but I got rid of a few of those because I decided not to use them. But yeah, I then decided to move my planning from my common planner to my my Hobonichi weeks, which this is the leather cover in olive, and my daily pages to my cousin. This is something that I did in 2023 and I fell in love with it, so I decided to just go back to it. I also was doing tarot planning in my mega for 2024, and it was actually out of pages, no, out of the monthlies. I actually finished the monthlies, so I decided why not to add another one, and this was perfect because it just reminded me of tarot and stuff like that. And then I decided to also include a 5-year planner, which I'm still trying to catch up. So this is the story. So I again, I love the feeling of this one, and I wanted to keep on using it, so I turned it into my content planning. But again, the daily pages, which is the area that I spend most of the time, was running over, was almost done with it. So I didn't know what to do. So I just kind of put that one aside and moved to these two. And while I love the Hobonichi weeks, this is something that I fell in love with it 2 years ago, and I still think that I will have always a Hobonichi weeks in my lineup in one way or another. But truly lately I'm not feeling that attracted to it, and that's okay. You know, I can take a break from it and then come back later on. But I did use it until June. Yeah, till mid-June or something like that. And the same thing happened with my Hobonichi cousin. I did use it for as soon as I got it, which was in February. I started using it right away, and then I just fell out of it in June, and I have talked about this a few times already. I think by June I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed because I was trying to keep up with most of it at the same time. So I was trying to keep up with my dailies in here, with my actual planning in here, and then my content planning in here, and then everything else, and it just felt like too much. So I put all of these aside, and I decided just to keep up with this too, which never actually happened either. The tarot kind of fell through as well. I have been trying to use that every now and then as I remember, but again, it's just too much to kind of keep up with. But I do love flipping through. I actually turned this one into rings inserts, so if you haven't seen that video, I will link it below. But I actually did this in efforts to combine more things in one. So yeah, I will link that video below. But yeah, I came back in here on October, and as you can see, the 9th was the last entry, and yeah, and that has been it. Now, I do like to see my full pages, like my readings and brainstorming and stuff like that. There's like a mix of things in here, but I love seeing these pages like this. So I do keep it around in hopes that I can feel attracted to it and use it more often, but I'm not necessarily feeling like forced to do it. So it's still just around just in case. And then my 5-year planner, which is the Hobonichi 5-year book journal, whatever this is called. I still plan on keeping it around. I have been trying to fill it up as I go. I started when I came back from Japan, and I started trying to go back, but this is as far as I got. I got to March 17, and after that it fell off. As you can see, some pages are off, some are filled and stuff like that. And this month I have been trying to keep up with. So I have been back in here on since September, and I've been just trying to fill in the actual dailies. So the plan is to take some time, you know, every now and then I'll go to whichever planner I'm using to keep up with my days, and I'll come back in here and add a blurb to just kind of summarize whatever it is that we did that day. And the plan is to keep it, so again, for the next 4 years, and hopefully fill it up completely. So this one's staying with me, I know that. So that's as far as planners go. And then this all happened, I guess, towards the beginning of the year. So by March, I had all of these planners, and including the school ones, which I'll show you first. So all of these, well, not this one, but all of these were already in my hands. And I'm pretty sure there was more, but I got rid of them. So all of these were in my hands by March. And again, like I said, I try to keep up with them, but then by June, I just felt like it was way too much happening and I couldn't keep up with it. So I tried to add something smaller to keep up with at least my daily notes, right? Like my to-dos and things that I could, a way that I could just manage my daily tasks in a more simple way. And that's when I added my Moleskine pocket notebook, which I completely love. I love this little notebook. It's perfect. It fits in my purse, and I can add whatever it is that I want in here. This is a blank notebook, and it is a grid, grids, pages. And again, it's just perfect for exactly what I wanted it. I wanted it to be my, kind of like my carry little notebook. And I did everything in here. I planned my days, and sometimes I did some journal and some memory keeping, places that we visited. Added some pictures, some planning there for when we were traveling. Even started my Japan daily log in here. So first day in Japan, second day, third day. And then that's when I decided to just stay in my common planner. So I stopped here. But yeah, there's this like random notes. This was meant to be, and the idea still is that this could be just like a daily to-dos kind of running task list. It turned into some other things every now and then, but for most of the part, I just wanted it to be. Actually, I got this in January. I thought it was later, but yeah, I guess I wanted to do something that was just daily to-dos, and I still love it. I still love flipping through this notebook. I don't know that I will keep it though for reference, but it worked for what it was. So yeah, I still have I will say about half of the notebook, a little less than half of the notebook available. So I'll definitely keep it around for exactly that, just to-dos. And that's whenever I need something small. But then in June, this happened in June. In June, I decided that I wanted to just compile everything in one. And that's when I moved to my personal rings in my filofax. And this is the one that you've been seeing lately. It's the one that it has been with me since June. So June, July, August, September, and now October. So 4 months, and almost 4 months. And again, it has been working perfectly. I have pretty much everything that I need in here. Everything else that I have right now is mainly because I want to. So do I need to? No, I just want to have other stuff, like to kind of switch things around. But this one is holding my monthlies. It has my monthlies, it has my content planning, it has my tracking, it has my tarot, and it has my trackers, and even personal stuff that I not necessarily share. But yeah, I have pretty much everything in here, and it have just the perfect size for me to add as many notes as I want. Even my journal here, my memory keeping goes in here, and I have plenty of space to kind of keep track of what's happening during the day and reminders and stuff like that. And it's just the perfect size for that summary that I look for. But again, like, you know, I still have to add something else. So even though I have everything in this one and it works perfectly fine, I still added one of those mini rings, and this one is the Saffiano mini rings from filofax as well. This one has been kind of replacing the function of the Moleskine pocket size. So this one, I kind of just switch it around just because just because, truly, there's no reason. And this one I added because I wanted to have something where I can just add to-dos. And I guess that if I compare this one with the Moleskine is one reason that I would kind of root for the rings is because you can add more sections to it. And this one you will have to kind of customize it and add tip-ins and stuff like that. So on here, I have plenty of space to, even though it is mini, I have plenty of space to add whatever it is that I need on the go. So I have my dailies, which is this little section right here. So my daily notes, which I truly are to-dos, just to-dos for the days or reminders that I want to complete each day. Then we have here my projects, so areas that I'm working on, sort of like a running list, which I haven't really updated, but yeah, it's in there. And then I have meals and groceries, so I have like a list of things that I would like to cook. And when I'm carrying this one with me and I don't know what to buy or something like that, if we go to the grocery store and we're just thinking about the week and we don't have necessarily a plan, I can look in here and I can see, well, I mean, we like to eat this kind of things. We might need some, items for that. And it's just like a reminder. Same thing with breakfast and snacks. And then I have areas or things that we like to buy in different areas or different markets. So this one is for Walmart and this one is for Aldi. Those are the two favorite places we have. And yeah, something like that. And then the last section is here, my finances, which I don't necessarily show, but I have a list of things that I would like to keep track of, which I really, to be honest, I haven't really tracked a lot. But I created this kind of fold out with one of the pages from my personal, and here I just track the bills, how much it is that I planned for and how much it actually came out from my account, just to kind of keep track on like an average, I guess. That's the goal at the end of the year. So this one, even though it is mini, it has plenty of space for me to at least have it with me when on the go and have a place for me to jot down ideas or jot down to-dos or track anything that I'll have to track like on the go. So these two work perfectly fine. But then again, I had to add something else. So at the well, not at the end of the year, because yeah, we're still in October, but I wanted to add something different, something where I could just have fun. And I remembered that I had this mold term in the pocket size. I believe, I want to say this is the luxe size or the extra large size, because it is pretty big to be a pocket size. I got this one I want to say about 2 years ago as an exchange for another cover that I had from Moterm. The person wanted to try the size that I had, and then she was having this one or trying to trade this one in. I say, why not? And here we go. So I had it actually tucked away for a while, and I don't know, last week, I think I decided I wanted to just give it a try to see if I can actually function in a pocket size. And I went ahead and ordered one of the affordable inserts from Amazon, and it comes with oh my gosh, it comes with the monthlies. So these are the monthlies, and I did round it out the corners. You already know I love that. It comes with the weeklies, so they're like this, sort of like the week into page from Filofax, and then it comes with dailies, which look like this. So it's just a blank page with a space for you to highlight the day and write your own date and then the time. So this is how I've been using it, just for like 2-3 days. Let me just show you. I guess this is how I started, and then this is how it's happening right now. So each morning I do plan in my planner, in my personal planner. I just come over here and I just check my monthlies to see what's going on. I checked on my weeklies and see what's going on for that week, and then I just jot down to-dos on here. And then I'll put this one away. I do my daily entry, and then I'll put it away, and I just use the these to kind of keep around and remind me of exactly what it is that I want to do. So this has been kind of helpful because it doesn't have anything else going on. It's just the to-dos, and then that's it. The same thing can happen with this one. I just kind of use this one for like on the go. So this one is like for me to at home kind of plan around. It's a little bit bigger, so I don't necessarily see myself carrying this one with me. So again, I'm just kind of focusing on the dailies and seeing how that goes. It's just really a testing period for me. There's nothing else going on in here. I don't necessarily have cards. I don't have anything here in the back pocket either. It's just a testing again, because it was there, and why not just, I spent, I don't even know how much was this. I will link it below in case you're willing to, or are you wanting or looking for something similar for the set. The set of the monthlies, weeklies, and dailies, it wasn't really that much. And then these little clear pockets, I got them separate. They were also very affordable. And I love that they have, so they have this pocket in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it has that pocket. And then it also has this little pocket in here. It's like a slid between. So, and I didn't discover that until later on. So yeah, definitely a good buy there. And it comes in 2 packs. So I still have plenty of them to go. I still have 4 more. So I'm using 4 at the moment. And then the second pack has 4 more. So yeah, I guess that, let me see what else do I have. I guess that as far as planning goes, this has been a journey for sure. I did started the year just wanting to try one planner, and then somehow it turned into a chaos of different things that are happening. And although all of it has its purpose, I guess, it's still much more than what I wanted to do. So yeah, but I guess that it's part of it. It's part of the lesson. It's part of the learning curve, sort of speak. So yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to share with you the process, the evolution. So it started with the one and only, sort of the one I wanted to do. From there, it turned into the smaller version of the common planner. From there, I wanted to go even smaller. So I went back to the Hobonichi weeks, but then I got all of these other ones for other areas. And then from here, I'm going down again to my rings. This one is truly just a testing period. So I'm not necessarily counting that it's part of my system, but it's still here and I'm using it as I go. But at least these 2 are like what's happening right now, and I'm glad that I can fit all of this in these, and truly all of this can fit just on this one, truly. So the other 2 are just mainly for fun and because I have them. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to share my process with you and brainstorm about it. There's a lot of things that I like from ones and that I miss, kind of like the feeling of the common planner, the kind of bendy feeling of this one. I kind of miss that. I do like to flip through my cousin pages. I still kind of update those every now and then, like today, I think. Yeah, this is yesterday and today. I kind of felt like I wanted to come back in here and update those, but I haven't really done that in a few days. So I just go back every now and then, and I kind of feel like I want to. Same thing happens to me when I go to the weeklies in here, my Hobonichi weeks. These are just, I don't know, I love flipping through these weeklies that are full, and I love looking at that information, but I just kind of want to kind of find one that I fall in love with, and it's perfect in all the senses by the feeling and the looks of it and how much I can fit. So I'm still kind of searching for that. I think that so far what comes closer to that is my filofax personal. And again, I don't necessarily want to switch. I just want to continue to allow myself to perhaps hop around different planners and see which ones work the best. I do like flipping through these ones and see how functional it is, I guess. I guess my favorite part is still the dailies, and that's something that I want to make sure that I include in all the pages. It does in any planner, regardless of which one it is, say it. So I have to kind of keep that in mind when I'm setting for my 2025 planner, which I will be sharing with you soon if I haven't already. If I did, I will link it below. But if I haven't, I will be sharing what the plan is. I do have one on standby, and I have a plan for it. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share this experience with you and share what I have used so far, what I'm using right now, and my thoughts about it. And hopefully, I guess, give you some ideas and inspiration in some way about your planning. If you happen to be in the same, just kind of switch it around and still thinking about what to do for 2025, don't feel alone. We're all in the same sort of boat. So yeah, I hope that, again, you find this video inspiring and helpful in some way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.